You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drakewing Gaming, and some of you on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of Winds of Change. So let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm Chan, you were up, and let's go. Okay. Let's do it. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Alright, what would you restore? How would you restore our connection?
I don't know, but if it's possible, I'll do it. I'll look for reading material when we get to Museo. Or if we ever find ourselves in Baltus, there's the Grand Library. Remember, that power still exists within you. After we defeat the Triumvirate, it won't just vanish. There must be a way to put it back into the Spirit Idol.
Alright, you're right. We'll find a way together.
We definitely will. We can't just let Valinor die. Even if it takes the rest of my life, I'll keep searching. I just hope that you'll stay with me along the way.
Are you sure Valinor isn't a lost cause?
What? Why would you say something like that? It's not like you to give up so easily. We'll come back from this stronger than ever. In fact, I'm so certain I'm changing the subject. I refuse to talk about such negative things.
Fair. How far out is Peregrino?
Maybe a couple of hours, if we walk fast. It's a longer trek from there to Museo, though. I've never been, but I've seen maps and read books. It's not exactly my kind of place. I've never had the urge to drink ale or wine, let alone the urge to walk such a long distance.
So you don't share a drink with me?
It's not that I won't. I just don't feel compelled to. Maybe I'll feel different when we actually get there. I feel like we have more pressing matters at hand.
Yeah, girl, but you gotta learn to live. About that argument with Fortame.
What about it?
Things be okay between you two?
They usually are. It's not like an argument between us is anything new. With a few minutes to cool off, everything will be fine. Besides, we all know what the right choice is. I'm the most qualified person in Valinor to replace Milas. Fortem is trained to replace me. It just seems natural.
Think you're a better fit for Elder?
Oh, of course I am. I work with Milas almost every day. I know exactly what he does. In a way, he trained me. Just like his father trained him. If you chose Fortem, there'd be a learning curve. That, and I don't think he's fully qualified. Make sure not to tell him that. He'll freak out.
Why do you think Fortame isn't qualified? Oh, 1 second, y'all. Let me get some water real quick. Alright, y'all, and we are back. Okay. Why do you think Fortame isn't qualified?
His contact with Milas was minimal compared to mine. If he took over, he'd need to be trained from the ground up. But if Milas is retiring, I don't think he'd be willing to teach. And with no teacher, you need to find somebody already trained. I have a pretty good idea of what Milas does. I saw him every day. So I'm trained and ready to lead. Seems like an easy choice, right?
Can I order an election to be held instead?
I'm not sure about that, actually. It would be counterproductive, though. You already have 2 perfect candidates. We're high up on Valinor's ladder. Not many people are. I also think that the villagers would support both of us. It seems like a natural succession of power to me.
Yeah, alright. Why do you think that blade gave me visions?
I've been thinking about that, actually. Not just you, but Dominic as well. Only a seer of Valinor can have visions. Is there more to Dominic than we know? Or is there more to the blade than we know? I'd say it's the energy inside of you, but Dominic doesn't have that. Or does he? Basically, none of this makes any sense to me. We're watching the laws of Alestia be remade before us. So, if you're asking me for an answer, I really don't know. It's something we have to learn as we venture forward. But I have a feeling that this blade changes everything.
Alright. That's enough out of her for now, I suppose. Several more conversations.
Hey,
What would you do as the Elder of Valinor?
wait, is this like a job interview or something? I've never been very good at selling myself. First and foremost, though, I'd reconnect with the spirits. That way, Valinor wouldn't freeze over. A lot of people forget it's the spirits that keep us warm. After that, I guess I'd focus on what to do with the people.
How would you restore our connection?
Actually, I'm not too sure about that. But we're about to go on a huge journey. I'll make sure to pay attention along the way. If the connection can be taken away, it can be given back. There's nothing that says this is a one-way street. So take care of that power until we can put it back.
He's adorable. And he just might get the job. We'll see. Alright, we'll find a way.
That's the spirit! Saving Alestia comes first, but Valinor is still important. There has to be a way to do both at the same time, you know?
Okay. What do you mean by do with the people?
Well, we have an important choice to make. We can follow after Milas and drop our independence, or we can distance ourselves from the other nations, like always.
But how long until the Fire Nation attacks?
Right now, I think unity is important. If I were the Elder, I'd band our world together. We could live in harmony and trade freely. I know I hate the trade ban they put on Mazeo, but this isn't personal. Lifting those bans and uniting the nations would create peace. Isn't that our goal at the end of this, Seeress?
I agree, unity is our best. I agree, I think unity is our best choice.
Awesome! I'm glad you agree. The rebellion is founded on unity, and it's strong. Each nation on its own would stand no chance of winning. The Triumvirate won't be the last threat Alestia faces. It's stupid to think that we'd have an eternal peace. We can't band together now only to split up after.
You know this would interfere with your hobbies, right?
You mean like cleaning and climbing trees? I guess you're right.
This in a more feminine
But I like
voice.
to do more than that. I always say that making people smile is my favorite. So if my work could keep an entire village happy? Well, I couldn't think of a better job if I tried. I want to be more than just a scribe in training.
You make a good case for it, Tame.
Really? I'm glad to hear that. I always felt like I was meant for something more. When I heard about this opening, I knew right away. This is my calling. I'm sure of it. Just keep that in mind when you make the final choice. I'm not sure when that'll be, but I'm ready.
Are you sure you're a better fit than Valessa?
I'm positive. She's doing a fine job as your scribe. Having me as the Elder would utilize my full potential. I don't mean to brag, but I spend a lot of time with Milas. As a scribe in training, I'm just held back. I don't think I'll ever need to take Valessa's position, so why not let me take another position instead? Look, all I ask is that you think about it, alright? At the end of the day, we're the two best candidates. There's no election here. The choice will rest upon you.
Alright. What do you think about Zamira?
He's pretty cool, and I dig the antlers. I can't believe I've never spent more time with him. But it makes sense, if he's always guarding the gate. Valessa seems to know more about him, actually. I guess he'll be coming with us to Mazeo? Milas is going to evacuate everybody soon.
You're right, he seems like a cool guy.
Yeah, totally. I hope he sticks with us for a while. I mean, he's a guard, so he could easily fight with us. Right now, we need all the help we can get. But even if he doesn't join, I'm grateful for his help. There's no way we'd make it to Peregrino on our own.
How do you feel now that we've left Valinor?
Well, the surroundings are still pretty familiar. I expect it'll hit me harder once we get to Mazeo. I know it'll be different, but is that good or bad? There's one thing that worries me about all of this, though. We may very well run into the man that killed our parents, whether it's this Sovi guy or the General of Mazeo. It could even be one of those empty suits of armor, actually. The thing is, I won't know what to do when I see them. I could cry and run away, or be overtaken with rage. Don't let me do anything stupid, alright? I'm counting on you to help keep me in line.
Ah, what the fuck? Sure thing, you can count on me.
Thanks, Seeress. I know I can always count on you. It's gonna be scary, but we'll face it together.
Alright. Let's do... Okay. Let's do the...
Hey, Zamira, what's work like?
It's a lot less exciting than you'd think. They advertise it as a position of power, busting smugglers and protecting Valenorth.
And it's not like that.
No, not at all. I spend most of my day standing around. Crime in Valenorth is almost non-existent.
Because the spirits have blessed us, right?
I guess that's one popular theory. But to be honest, I don't buy it. Spirits can't change our nature.
Nature.
Deep down inside, we're all evil. Some of us just manage it better than others. We all have our impulses. It's about controlling them.
What an odd outlook.
Hey, don't deny your impulses, Valessa. If you had to steal to get by, you'd do it. Valenorth is just special. Resources are everywhere. Mazeo has been almost completely deforested. You can't just go into the forest and find food. There's not enough natural running water either.
See, I didn't know that.
I don't blame you. Everyone in Valenorth is happy. Nobody is scraping by, you know? Imagine if food was scarce. There'd be a lot more people breaking the law. Stealing it, hurting others for it, you name it.
How do you know about all of this?
I've been to Mazeo a couple of times. Trust me, the guards there have it much harder. They don't even know if they'll survive their shifts.
Oh. Wow.
So when I say the post here in Valenorth is boring, I'm not really complaining, to be honest. I'd much prefer boring work to, you know, dying.
That is a fair point. Alright, y'all, before we begin this other conversation, I think I'm going to go ahead and end it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon or YouTube memberships if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!